Okay, it's been a while since I've talked to the camera like this, but I think it's time for the recent fashion purchases that I've accumulated over the last 9 to 12 months, basically a year. I know it's been a while, but I feel like it's the right time. I kind of put more thought into the clothes that I buy now, and it's a mixture of brand new, but mostly secondhand. And yeah, I mean, thank you for the support that I've received over the last year and a half or so. I know I've never been that consistent, but this time I'm actually getting back onto it after the brand's launch last year as well, which I can also thank you for the second release, which sold out in under an hour. Most of the units sold out before the public release, which I couldn't really believe. So Franks and I are really thankful for that. I'm not going to really rant on more about it, but I just wanted to say thank you for that latest release. And yeah, I feel like we should get straight into the latest pickups. Okay, so the first pickup is the Our Legacy Camion boot. There's a few things on the floor here which aren't on shot, but I'm just going to quickly go over them. Bought these a while back now. I think they may even be underrated because I wear them loads and they're comfortable. They crease, it's nice leather. Can't really go wrong with them. I'm looking to get a bit more of a sleeker shoe, boot, I mean, derby, brogue, just so I don't always have to wear like a high top boot. But I must say, these do me really well. I can wear these every day, they're perfect. Yeah, and I got them for like 110, so pretty good pickup. Then my only other footwear purchase was the On Post Archive Faction running boots, no, running shoes. What even are these? These are just trainers, I suppose. Wear these to the gym, go to work in them. Really comfortable. These are really comfortable, I must say. I like the little asymmetrical lacing system. Really good gym, kind of everyday shoe as well. If you don't want to get that usual looking trainer, these are a really good option. And yeah, I do recommend them because they're really comfy, pretty clean, I must say. Kapital vintage tote, but it's part of the vintage Kapital duffel range. And it's got two inside pockets. And it's kind of one of those bags that when you fill up, you can kind of hold it like this. It's a very big trend right now, kind of holding your bag like this, having that kind of big duffel vibe. Yeah, this is really cool. It says 320th. It says 320th signal on something wing, and then it does say Kapital here. I don't know if you can see that. This is really cool. Holds a laptop, and you know, I may have bought another one of these, which you're about to see, which is actually better. But the thing is about Kapital is that they just do the details which not really many brands do. Like even the weave on the underside of the handle is different to the top. And then you also obviously have like decorative stitching on the top, on the zip too. Can you see that? Am I showing you right? Got this for like 80. It was a really good find and it's very rare. Well, next up is the bigger version of that bag. And I may have liked this in that color, but the beige just kind of breaks up every outfit I wear. Literally, this is my daily bag now. Same Kapital duffel range. As you can see, I've got like all my kind of personal items in there, wallet. It's a huge side pocket actually. And this is my everyday bag now. Gym, work, it's perfect. It's like ginormous. And one of the best things about this bag is that if you have a small amount of clothes in it, then you can use these leather buckles on the side to adjust it. And there you go. Then it becomes a really cool shape. I think it's amazing. One of my favorite pickups ever. Super cool. And it's got the same print on the front. I'm pretty sure in this one you can kind of see the Kapital a little bit more clear, maybe? I'm not sure. Also got a button closure, which is always handy, especially in London. But yeah, oh, my mic, how long has that been like that? And yeah, those are the things that were on the floor. So we'll go onto the rail and this bag at the end. But yeah, I think that's a pretty good start. Happy with those. On to the next. So the first trouser out of the two trousers that I've bought, because I wear my denim from my brand, most days and my Rien Nouveaux. But these are Dries Van Noten linen cotton fatigues. These are amazing, I must say. Frankie found these, I'm pretty sure. I think they're beautiful. When I have these on, especially in like summertime, they're really, really nice. Super flowy. They've got these fatigue pockets. I think I might have broken a button on them though. It's got the single pocket on the back, single welt. But the way these fit is so nice, and I'm really happy with these. I think in summer, if you don't have linen cotton blends, then you're gonna be in trouble, to be honest. Really nice kind of vintage feel as well to these. Don't know if you can see, they're almost brushed. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, they're almost brushed. The most important thing about these is the drape, by the way. Drape has become a little bit of a meme with me and Frankie, but drape is so important in clothing. Almost the most important thing. Fabric and drape, that's the most important thing. Anyway, next. This is actually a sample, which I've shown in the recent vlog. I'll show this really quickly. It's not correct. The button is terrible and wrong. And the interior is going to be updated a little bit. It's going to be a bit more lining. There's some waistband lining in here too. The pockets are also wrong. However, the overall concept is right. It's going to have a security button on the inside, most likely cowbone, but you only heard that here first. It's got pleating on the front, of course. Double pleats. These pockets are going to be moved onto the side seam. This fabric is 100% virgin wool, super fine merino. I don't know if you can get nicer virgin wool than this. You obviously can, but you tend to see lightweight trousers like this for spring, summer to be plastic, synthetic fibers. We've done it with wool. I'm really proud of these. And this is only the first sample. So these aren't even that good yet. But I feel like hopefully that final sample is going to be a big hitter for us. And I think you guys are gonna love these. And the big word drape is what makes these even nicer for summer. I can't wait, I'm gonna be wearing these in summer all day, every day. These are amazing. Next up, we have a vintage Warehouse & Co. crew neck. This is actually an incredible find. When I first got this, I wore this almost every day. Really nice kind of brown, off gray. You see again with the color, I don't even know. It could even be khaki, I'm not even sure. It's got quite a cool print there. Squadron Office Course, got the 29 on the back. Warehouse & Co, obviously Japanese brand. Love it. Show the tag. Yeah, it's got quite a wide neck. Also, I don't recommend you hang your crew necks or knits like this. This is only for aesthetic purposes, so I can hang them on there. I don't do this, always fold them. This is probably making the neckline even wider, but this is obviously a raglan. I've kind of noted these measurements down to kind of be my perfect sort of vintage crew neck. So when I can find other ones, I kind of reference this. And yeah, it works every day. You can wear this with trousers, jeans, pretty standard, you know, crew neck, but it's Warehouse & Co, which makes it even better. Next, again, don't hang your knitwear like this, it's gonna stretch, but maybe I want this to stretch because Alessio sent this to me and I think it's a little bit too small for me. It is the Forza Hybrid, what's this called? The Arco knit, I think. I'm pretty sure this is the Arco knit. And it is merino wool, I believe. Alessio did really well with this. If you don't know about Forza Hybrid, it's a brand based in Rome. And they are an upcoming brand and they're producing pretty high quality stuff. Probably one of the best clothing brands out there right now that are new. Forza Hybrid on the tag. And yeah, I feel like the details on the ribbing, it's very nice. It's very modern. It's a bit different to what I usually like. Really nice, thank you very much, Alessio. And their overall kind of brand image is very clean. I like it a lot. So yeah, thank you for that. Next up is a sample which I was really debating on showing you, and whether Frankie's watching this, he might even be annoyed that I'm showing you this because it's not what we want, but I feel like I need to show some transparency on here. Maybe not on the Instagram, but purely through here. And you know, this isn't what we want, but sort of proof of concept at this point. This is only the first iteration, so it's going to change a lot. It's gonna be more buttons and smaller buttons on the front. which I think is going to make it way more classy. The actual material is quite nice. It's actually, I might be mistaken, but this is a linen cotton blend, I'm pretty sure. And it's actually the other side, so it's the reverse side of a fabric. And it kind of gives it that really nice texture. On the front, actually in the light there, it looks really nice. It's also kind of got that vintage feel. And on the back, which is also going to change, but the idea isn't, is an adjustable system. The buttons on the back are also going to be smaller, but you can play around with the shape, and it also means you can kind of adjust how tight you want it to be on the back. The most positive thing about this is probably the fabric for now, but I'm only excited to see the second sample. And this is made in Turkey. So, you know, it's got a little bit of a way to go, but it's a start. One of my favorite jackets I've purchased, even though I've purchased like 4 jackets. This is a JiyongKim track jacket. The pleating and kind of ventilation system and the drape again is kind of what carries this jacket on the back too. But you can, if you want, open up this slit here and show the lining inside, and kind of gives you a bit more breathability. It's really nice. I like this a lot. Wear this to work. It's kind of like an everyday throw it on track jacket. Nice for spring, and it's actually surprisingly warm. So I've been wearing it quite a lot. It's my first JiyongKim piece. I only kind of knew them through Instagram, but I'm pretty impressed by the overall construction. The zip itself is just YKK, but overall it's very nice. Nice ribbing too. Actually no, maybe I was a little bit disappointed on the tag. I thought JiyongKim would have a nicer tag. I don't know about you guys, or the standard's too high. It just does, I don't know. Maybe not, but it's cool. It's very cool. Happy with this. Next, I'm gonna quickly briefly go over this. This was a vintage trench coat I bought a while back. It's a little bit short for me on the arms, but you can't really go wrong with a black trench. And the shoulders are a bit small for me, which is why I bought this one, which you may have seen me try on in the latest vlog. This is a vintage trench coat. The lapel was so nice. I've just realized that I might have got a food stain on the inside of the lapel, but this is double-breasted. You can close it up like this. It's kind of got this vintage military style shoulder detail, and also with the 4 buttons on the cuff. Small buttons too. Come on now. I love the melange as well on the wool. Big slit down the back as well. Probably the best fitting trench coat I've ever put on, which is kind of why it was an impulse buy. But I've worn this out now and I feel very serious in this jacket. It's a very nice jacket. And I won't sell this. I'll wear this in Paris or something. I do really like the big pockets too. Yeah, it's also got button backers on them, which a lot of brands don't do. Button backers are extremely important. Bit more reinforcement. These are obviously plastic. It's just those smaller details on garments that matter and show the importance of construction and care, I suppose. Next, we have the vintage wool cashmere Guy Laroche vintage wool jacket. And it kind of speaks for itself. For some reason, this custom zip, and I'm not always a fan of custom zippers, this zip is so clean. You can't even really see the patina on it, but I like it a lot. Not the best tag either, but the lining's pretty cool. It's a bit on the trendy fencing jacket vibe, but I think it works. It's really nice and it's better than a puffer jacket. So, you know, it always works. Fits into the everyday capsule wardrobe type vibe, I suppose. I don't really know how people talk for this long. My mouth is getting so dry. I keep getting water, but yeah, good jacket. On to the last jacket of the video, which is of course the Xlim. Xlim Bomber / Detroit. I was really deciding on whether to buy this. I got this brand new, and I mean, it kind of speaks for itself. It kind of brought me back to when Detroits were huge, and I've always loved a Carhartt Detroit jacket, but I feel like this is just it. Like this is the Carhartt Detroit level 10, and I love the vintage collar. I think the wash is banging, and also the repairing details, the darting. There's like a mini small leather pocket in there too. I've got these distressed seams, and this is Velcro for some reason. Not entirely sure why, but sometimes I like to wear the collar up a little bit. It's got the button system as well. It's also got these kind of camo paneling inside of the pocket bag, like on the outside of the pocket bag, which is interesting. Same kind of green tone here. Obviously, they're actually custom Xlim rivets. Don't know if you can see that. Love this jacket. How can you not? I think this is really cool. Finally, last pickup, probably the craziest pickup. Vintage Yoji Yamamoto bag. I know it may be a bit kind of on the feminine side of things. However, this is really cool. I think it's really cool. Opens up here and opens up here as well. So you've kind of got two hidden compartments alongside the huge compartment. This is probably one of the best like handbags I had. Like if I was a girl, this would be in my collection for sure. At first when I saw this bag in the pictures, this looked like suede. And if this was suede and this was suede, this would have been even better. But it's kind of this twill canvas. But the paneling, and I don't tend to love kind of circular metal detailing or just kind of hardware. But here it works really well, and the leather handle is really cool. Really happy with this. Finding a lot of good bags because me and Frankie, or Frankie and I, are kind of doing a duffel bag wars to see who can find the best duffel bag. And at the moment he's winning with that Kapital duffel caveman drawing bag. I've got my Kapital bag as well, this one, and obviously I've got the other one, but I've got more coming. I've got another duffel bag coming, but maybe we'll see that in the next video. But yeah, that's been my fashion pickups. Hopefully I edit this well enough so this has some sort of structure. I feel like I've been talking, and I haven't talked like this for a while, so talking to the camera's kind of a bit new now. Yeah, thank you very much for watching. Comment down below, like, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you.